Hello,
Hello!
I'm Wayne Anthony,
And I'm Jude Savage.
and welcome to our channel,
West.
The Search for Truth,
And in today's episode, we are in
Liverpool.
Liverpool. And more specifically, we are in Bold Street,
And we're going to be discussing temporal distortation.
which you might know as Timeslips. So, yes, we went to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. So, for anybody...
Did we like it?
Yeah, well, quite like the city.
Yeah,
It's a really
it was
big
really good.
city. For
Enjoyed
anyone not from the UK, it's a really big city in the northwest of England.
Yeah.
Very popular.
London's down here,
Yeah.
and Liverpool's over. It's kind of
That way.
up there.
That way.
Nowhere near London or Manchester. Manchester's over there, so
No.
don't ask.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, home of the Beatles.
Yes, and Cilla Black.
Yeah, and lots of bands and the Liverbirds
Yeah.
and City of Culture.
What are the
Awards
live
and-
birds?
Well, they don't actually exist, do they, Liverbirds? They're not real birds, are they? They're mythology. But they're mythological creatures. Yeah, two of them, aren't they? Bertie and Bella, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah, so anyway. Anyway, so we went to Liverpool.
Yes, we did.
And we went to Bold Street,
We
which
did.
is synonymous with these strange phenomena
Timeslips.
happening. Timeslips.
Yeah, something weird is going on there. Very, very weird.
No, we're not going to go over all the stories there because there's so much out
Listen.
there already. So go and read it all up on the internet if you want to read all the different accounts that people have.
Not getting into the detail, are we?
No.
Because detail, and you know
Yeah.
what? Whenever if you go online and you look, it's all going to bring up the same stories, and you'll be bored within I don't know, 40 seconds.
Yeah, but if that's your
Max.
thing, then go and read. There's lots of different.
If you're that kind of person that needs that kind of level of information,
Yeah.
that you need to look at all the videos, then go have a look. But
Yeah.
basically, it all recounts the stories of certain people. One's the policeman, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thief, and they seem to slip back into, particularly, sort of the 50s or the 60s. And I
It seems to always be that kind of time.
Yeah,
frame.
and we found that across the world as well, haven't we? Where
Well,
there's,
yeah,
there's
it's not
you know,
just
there's
there. It's
stories
Germany,
in,
it's Australia,
Yeah.
it's
all over Italy,
Mexico.
Mexico.
There's so many different islands. You know, I mean, obviously that's still in Europe. There's, you said Italy. There's so many different places.
Yeah.
But here in England, which is what we're dealing with, like I said, we're not getting into the detail because that just takes us along the same old road, which is about the same stories, which you can Google, you can go on YouTube and have a look at. You know, we're not interested, but we're interested in the kind of the more bigger picture of what's happening. But like you said, seems to be a lot of it seems to be taking place in, you know, when people go back or whether the time comes forward to us is in the 60s and the 50s.
Yeah, and really, it's interesting that it's happening in certain areas.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stories just about Bold Street and the surrounding areas. Now, Liverpool, as we said, is a big city.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that it's happened specifically in that one area. So what's going on?
Well, there's different theories, and you know, I'm kind of keyed into the kind of electromagnetic theory, and the surplus energy theory, because underneath Bold Street in Liverpool, there is a railway network, and it runs by electricity, etc., and it's very much in a circular.
Yeah.
And it runs and it runs and it runs, and people are saying is, you know, people with different people, and I don't know. I think I'm kind of going to go with that a little bit. I think it's part of it, definitely. I wouldn't say it's all of it.
No.
But it's definitely, you know, I believe in the magnetic and also the memory stone theory, which means that when things are similar to how things, you know, say things are in 1960s or 1950s, and if the atmosphere is similar, and if the circumstances around what happened then is happening in this kind of time, in this kind of timeline, then I think it kind of repeats itself. It goes into autoplay.
Yeah, we mentioned a little bit of this in one of our ghost episodes, didn't we? About this.
We mentioned it in our book as well.
Yeah.
We did mention it in several of our books.
Yeah,
actually.
the stone tape theory and things like that, where it's almost like a recording of the events because those the same atmosphere's the same,
the moisture's the same,
Yeah.
and the certain circumstances are the same. It starts to replay itself, or both combine with each other.
Yeah.
So, because somebody brought up the interesting question, didn't they? Like, why isn't it? There's so much CCTV these days.
Yeah.
Everyone, you know, everything everything, whether you've got a Ring doorbell, whether you've got this doorbell or that kind of thing, you've got CCTV everywhere.
Yeah. And so why is it not recorded it? So if this time slip or whatever you want to call it, because there's different words for it, is happening, and it's happening to you, and you're in the street that's got CCTV, would you disappear off the CCTV, or is it happening in my case, we wish, or is it happening so fast, so many seconds in this time right now, but it may only be a second, but it may feel like you're there for a long time,
because that brought us to our fairy theory, didn't it? Because when you look at fairy, you go and look at some of our podcasts on fairies and fairy lore, etc. Because when you look at fairy lore, there is, you can spend 1 minute in fairyland, should you go, whether you want to believe you can step into a magic mushroom circle, or whether you're transported away by the fairies, whether that's the Irish version of that, or whether that's the English version, or whatever version of the fairies, because they're all over the world as well. Their history and their topography is all over the world, whether you look at that. So you could be like in fairyland for a week, but only a moment has passed here.
Yes.
And there are stories in traditionally of fairies where you go into fairyland, that other dimension, or whatever dimension it is, where you go into that dimension and you're there for 3 years and you come back and barely an hour has passed.
Yeah.
So is it the same principle? Can you step back in time? Can you be transported back in time? But when you come back here, maybe a moment, not even a moment, maybe a glitch, has passed. So TV, CCTV, anything that's out there, it's not going to record it, is it?
No. And that brings us to, it's more of a case of, it feels like you've gone back there, rather than those events have come to us. If that sort of makes sense. I
think that's what it is. Or is there a mutual exchange? More of an exchange from our side where we go back into that rather than that comes forward to us. I think we're leaning back into something's leaking back into the past, isn't it? Seeping back into the past. That's what I believe anyway. Yeah,
now you mentioned energy when we were just talking about this. Now, if you do go to, well, not necessarily to Liverpool, to anywhere where these things are, well, you can get Liverpool. It is interesting, but if you're not from the country, then find somewhere that's
in your country, because there will be somewhere. There are weak points in the grid of this earth where there are points in time and points in energy structures in your country, wherever you're listening from about this video, where there are going to be like some time cracks. I'm going to call it time cracks. Yeah,
but the energy when we went, we didn't experience a time slip.
No, but that's part of it as well.
But
I think
the
as
energy
well, if you want it to happen, it doesn't happen. No, I think you step into a sort of semi-conscious, totally not thinking about that thing when it actually happens.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that when you look these videos up and or you read about these experiences, they seem to have the same thing in common, as in the energy changed, the atmosphere changed.
We went and I was like, totally wanted, to experience something, being psychic, and you being psychic. I totally wanted to experience something being from, like, we're going to be transported back to the 50s or 60s. At best, half of them look like they came from the 90s.
But what we did know was the energy was very weird, wasn't it?
Did I like it?
I don't know, it just felt heavy.
It was heavy. And I felt like my head was being pressured.
Yeah, like that.
Just walking around Bold Street.
A bit like if you've got a hangover and you feel that kind of heaviness.
It's a bit strange.
My phone stopped working as well, which is weird. That could have just been a coincidence.
I tried to talk to a few people as well. I did be me. I tried to talk to a few people and they were a bit like,
yeah.
Okay.
And it was just that area, wasn't it? It's just that specific area, wasn't it? It was just really weird.
Yeah,
so maybe it was affecting
everybody. We
walked
through the town, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the energy definitely got better.
Yeah, it changed completely. But it was just that specific area. It was
back
weird.
To Bold Street.
Weird, really weird.
But no, Liverpool's great. It's marvellous. But the energy in Bold Street, if you're the energy sensitive, and that I'm talking to all you empaths out here right now, and all you people that can sense energy. Don't forget, sometimes we don't even listen to people, we just read their energy. We listen to their energy, and that's the main thing. If something's off, it's off. And if you feel that, then you should go with that.
Yeah.
But the whole energy wasn't off, was it?
It was just odd. It was weird. It was very quite dense.
It was heavy.
Heavy.
It was like
heavy.
wearing,
yeah.
it was like something was in your brain going.
Yeah.
Very mildly though, not heavily.
No, it's just.
We went to an Italian restaurant, didn't we? We had lunch there.
Yeah, it was really.
The food was
lovely,
marvelous.
actually, yeah.
It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And it was okay because that took your mind off things. But as soon as I came back outside, it was like meh. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I would go back there most definitely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but go shopping instead.
Yeah.
Go to the shops.
Is
and
it a good
see the
shop?
other things. Yeah, we didn't go that far though, did we? We just tend to concentrate on Bold Street. But I've been to the Cavern Club, and that's amazing.
Oh yeah, we went there.
If you're a fan of even if you're not a massive fan of the Beatles, it's brilliant.
Is that the thing as well? Because when where you go to where the Cavern Club is, and that's like area there, the energy, the vibration is high.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, really positive
like,
actually.
really,
there.
really positive.
Yeah.
That's going to change the energy of anywhere where you go, isn't it? Basically, if you've got positive people, you're going to feel positive. If you've got positive energy, it's going to heighten the vibration, and that was really great. We enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah,
even if I was stuck with her, but when we came back out and then walked down, it was like that. Me.
Yeah, when we went just back to Bold Street, it was just weird. It was just strange.
I enjoyed it. I really loved the day. We had a fantastic day.
Yeah, we had a great day. Yeah.
But from if you want time travel to happen, if you want that experience, I don't think it will. I think it happens to people that aren't in that conscious.
Yeah, it just seems to happen randomly, doesn't it? Really. Yeah.
When you're in a certain state of hyper, whatever, and they are, the atmosphere is the same, the moisture, this. I think I do think it's to do with the
set of conditions, I think, for it to happen.
It's a whole string of conditions that needs to take place before that takes place.
Yeah. So, have you experienced a time slip?
Yeah, no matter where you are.
Let us know. You can email us on quest.thesearchfortruth@gmail.com. You can leave us comments. Please like and subscribe.
Please do.
And then follow that automatically allows you to follow all of our videos, and just give us your opinion.
But tell us we're wrong. So I want to know that we're wrong. Tell us you feel different. If you've been to Liverpool,
tell us your theories.
Tell us your theories, because we don't know. We still don't know, and that's what the thing is. That's why we say we're not going to get too involved in the detail.
No,
we want to know the overall thing, because there seems to be other things at play here that we're not sure about. Maybe we don't have the answers to. Maybe we'll never find the answers to.
But that's the whole point in our podcast, isn't it? Is just to look at different possibilities of different things.
And that's how I would like to leave this podcast. To be honest, I'd like to leave it on a point of research. What is it?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Where are we?
How did I get here?
Maybe we're about to slip back in time.
Ooh, time. Yeah.
Or are you talking about if you could go forward in time?
Ooh, that's a whole different subject matter.
Podcast.
Or is something forward in time coming back and entering in our time and changing our time? That brings us to the whole Mandela.
No, back to the Mandela effect.
We're always going to go back to the Mandela effect because there's some strange old going off there.
Yeah, and that caused controvery when we did that, didn't it?
Don't even go, because we're privileged.
Apparently.
Do I look privileged? I don't know about her, but I haven't had.
We've never had to struggle.
Never had a day's struggle.
Day's struggle in our
lives. Not even one. Not one day's struggle have I had in my life.
No, your health has been amazing throughout your life, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So has mine. Yeah. We've never lost a loved one. We've never struggled.
You can't look this good and suffer. It's impossible.
Just pop outside to the money tree, please.
Oh yes, yeah. I live on a castle. There's a castle overlooking me there, so I'm very privileged. I really am.
We digress. So please do let us know your theories, your thoughts, your experiences, and hopefully you'll join us again for our next episode.
Bye for now.